Is batch 6 cooked? Is still a question that I see come up, as well as people using it as a fear-mongering tool or a flex tool for people who are batch 1 through 5, who got theirs first, about the downgrade to storage. And with how many TikTok influencers for the Thor covering this, I would have thought that this would have already been quenched by now, but it's not. And that's very annoying for a lot of you guys that are buying batch 6. You're getting roasted sometimes in the comment section saying, oh, you bought the downgraded version. Well, let's break that down, because a lot of the people saying this are completely tech illiterate and just using it so that they can flex. So what is UFS? UFS 4.0 was the original storage that was used in the Thor, and UFS 3.1 is the one that it is now. By definition, technically, yes, it is a downgrade, but will it affect anything? Not really, not at all. If somebody handed you a 4.0 Thor and a 3.1 Thor, they would not be able to tell the difference. So, major differences here in actual speed that I did my research on. If you took a 1 gigabyte file and transferred it, the difference between the 3.1 and the 4.0 would be less than half a second. You would blink. You would not be able to humanly tell which was which. Now, if you say, like, my entire collection right now is 100 gigabytes of games. If you moved that, it would be like 1.5 to 2 minutes. Again, that is not a difference. If you've downloaded large games off your computer, a minute to 2 minutes, you're not gonna see it. That's not a big difference. And who's moving 100 gigabytes of games often enough to have that become annoying to them? The second thing that they will throw at you is, oh, well, it's not as great for battery life. It's gonna affect your overall battery life by like 2% battery. The only way it'll affect it is if you are constantly downloading hundreds of gigabytes a day, which is not gonna happen. So you're not gonna see a difference in that either. The other thing that people don't understand is that the SD card reader inside the Thor is capped at 100 megabytes per second. So UFS is not going to affect that at all. In fact, the UFS is so much faster than the SD card for both of them that this is going to hold it back. So if you had an SD card on a 4.0 and a 3.1 Thor, it would have the exact same speeds of unloading that SD card. The second thing, the stock cord that the Thor comes with can't support the highest speeds that UFS 4.0 has to offer. You would have to buy a higher quality, nice speed cable. So all those people that are like, mine's faster using the stock cord, just shows that they have no idea what they're talking about. So is batch 6 cooked? Absolutely not. Another factoid, so it was the flagship of like storage in 2023, not that long ago, but most devices still use 3.1, including the Switch 2. So if Nintendo is putting it in their flagship device, it's not making a big deal. And everybody needs to stop using it as like this flex or insult of I'm better. And this is coming from batch 5. So I have 4.0, you're not gonna see a difference at all. And then they're like, the price went up. The price only went up on the Max, and that's because of the RAM and the 1 terabyte storage. We are in a memory and RAM shortage right now due to AI. That's the only reason that they were forced to downgrade, is they wanted to keep it affordable. And you're seeing with the Steam Deck and other handhelds, they're just not making them anymore. You have to buy them secondhand because they can't keep up with the memory shortage. So just keep that in mind.